Good evening. 53,000 people went to the three-sided Hampden Park today to watch the Scottish League Cup final. The weather was kind, the atmosphere was appropriately noisy, and the Legions had much to talk about, and probably still have. That's the centrepiece of our programme tonight, which will also have a look at the Midlands game between Aston Villa and Nottingham Forest. Sixth League Cup final today, and in all that time, only 6 games have failed to produce a goal. With that background and the knowledge that the game would be played to a finish today, we went to Hampden this afternoon with an acute sense of anticipation, and even at that, we couldn't have expected what eventually happened.
The cup holders, Dundee United, seeking to be the only team outside of Parkhead to win the trophy 3 times in a row. An enforced change, though, with Derek Stark coming in at number 3 in place of Derek Murray, who failed to pass a fitness test. And Ian Phillip at number 4, there's an interesting statistic to him. He may become the only man in the country to get 4 cup medals because he won 1 with Dundee. If he gets 1 today, that'll make 4. There is Rangers suffering through injury, of course. Jim Stewart is back in the team since the 31st of October. That's the first time he's played since then. And we have, of course, Tom Forsyth out, Colin Jackson in at number 5. And Sandy Jardine, number 2. There he is. Sandy is captaining Rangers for the first time in a cup final, although he was in the cup-winning team, the League Cup-winning team, back in 1970. And the referee today is Eddie Pringle, who used for the toss-up a 25 peseta piece 1982 World Cup coin. Off we go, and the pitch is in perfect condition. I was out on it about an hour ago, and the people are amazed that it's withstood the battering of the rain of last night. And it really is quite immaculate. Cut up a little bit, not much. Derek Johnson, there'll be a lot of that in the air between these 2 players. And that's a lovely little touch by Neri early in the game. Confidence heading the ball back like that. Sturrock and Jackson right in with a tackle. And in the space of that opening 45 seconds, some resolute tackling by both defences. Gordon DL, the boy who made a big impact at Celtic Park last week, and this is Sturrock. Wide open, how can he chip the goalkeeper? He tries to, and he duffed his kick altogether. Now that was a golden opportunity, and Rangers were found wanting there, big gap in the defence. But it is always a difficult ball to take early in a cup final, and Sturrock was very good at chipping the ball. I think he did attempt to do it, but duffed it and kept low, and a wasted effort. That long high ball again from Stewart. Stewart, who played so well against Dundee United in the Scottish Cup, brilliantly taken by Cooper. Rangers players fanning out. This is DL. McDonald's at the back. Russell trying to go in. Good positive clearance by Hegarty. Miller. A very deft touch by Miller, the very experienced Rangers player. That's McDonald. There's Derek Johnson, and a great save. A superb move by Rangers. That lovely little touch by Miller, giving McDonald the opportunity to turn, look up and swing that across, and watch Johnston. He was in a very good position. He should have been marked, and McAlpin got right behind it. Looks like a cut. It is a cut, and that is a serious blow to Rangers. There's only 4 minutes of the game gone, and there is John Gregg having a look to see how serious this is. I'm not sure if Rangers will substitute this early. He's getting ready, but I think they'll have to have a good, long, hard look at that before they decide on bringing Redford onto the park, because it would entirely change Rangers' tactics. Cooper can't quite get to that. United still with possession, and Russell illegally in. Referee stops the play. That'll be a free kick. Good running by Stark and a good positive tackle. They have the advantage, and there's Colin Jackson stepping in again. And what is valuable about Jackson now, perhaps lacks the acceleration of the pass, is his timing. That is very good. Sturrock, that was a good ball. Milne. Sturrock comes in, they can't turn round, and that's a corner. Rangers defence under pressure, and at the heart of it, Paul Sturrock. Safely away by Jardine, not a very good corner kick by Bannon. About 8 minutes gone now, can Milne take it? Miller slipped on that, and there he gets in behind it. Another corner kick. Almost 9 minutes gone, we have that corner kick. It's floated away out. Stewart hesitating, and so, by the way, did Sturrock and Jardine. Bet. Rangers simply can't get going now. All United. Loose ball by Jardine. Cooper almost in on top of Neary. And that's a shot by David Dodds. Referee saying cool it. Cooper got the benefit of that one. It's a corner kick. Rangers' first corner. That, by the way, in the background is the vacant area at Hampden Park this afternoon. No spectators there. Cooper with it is curling well and beautifully clutched by Hamish McAlpin. Miller spooned that one. Giel allowing Neary to make the mistake, but there was cover for him. David Dodds. Bannon. Well, that really was Dodds' responsibility to try and get into that space. That is a dangerous ball across the goal with Milne coming in. A rather tentative Rangers performance at the moment. No doubt feeling the effect of Johnson having to go off so early and unsure about what's going to happen, a substitution or his return. Well, Jim Stewart will like that, and Derek Johnson has just appeared. Now, if he turns round, he's obviously had stitches put somewhere. And the referee is waving him on, and right away he gets a touch of the ball. And there's a patch over the eye, just got a glimpse of it there. A good tackling, though, by Billy Kirkwood. One of the least sung players in this United team, but does he do a pile of work for them in games? Rob Bill. Holt going on the far side. Russell tried to go in, and a rather ineffectual header there by Bannon. It's hoisted high. Johnson with a lovely little touch. Dave Neary. Oh. Well, the pass back was all right, but I think Hamish McAlpin made a slight meal of that. I think he made just for us momentarily, took his eye off it. Pushing by Jackson. Quickly taken. Wide ball to Sturrock. Can't get the cross, and it's a corner kick. Swept in again by Milne. Bobby Russell back defending. John Holt. Ian Phillip. can see how often United try to find Sturrock in the penalty area. This is Cooper. A bit too obvious. United funneling everybody back, crowding midfield. Milne. Well, Jim Stewart glad to clutch it, and the goalkeeper, I'm quite sure, warming to his task now. A very difficult game for him coming back after these 5 weeks off. DL. Johnston to Bet. And Rangers midfield are being rushed, harassed, and not allowed to settle. Dodds. Good interchange, Sturrock turning on it. And Stewart's out again, side netting. And every time that David Dodds there and Sturrock get into that penalty area, they're spreading some panic in the Rangers defence. John McDonald rising for that. We've hardly seen McDonald in his game, and it's a credit to United that they've kept that ball in midfield so well. That's Cooper. Jardine. McDonald getting the opportunity at long last to bring a ball down. DL did the run on the left. Kept possession well, looked as if he might lose out. Jardine and Bet, and United have everybody behind the ball bar. Sturrock. Jardine again trying the high lob, and Dodds covers up. Well, certainly Jardine seemed to be bereft of imagination there. I think he could have gone forward himself, maybe even tried a 1-2, and that was a rather predictable ball he threw towards Johnson. Sturrock. And it's a brilliant pass, and just beyond Billy Kirkwood, and Sandy Jardine under pressure. Could have been an own goal. I think that's the most incisive move we've had in the game so far. Look at the way Dundee United went at speed through the middle. 12 minutes to half-time. Johnson doing well with that head today. And lovely turn by DL. Johnson's inside there. And McDonald couldn't turn. That was a great opportunity. Brilliant play by the youngster again. Swinging round his man, not hesitating, swinging it across. It looked like a dangerous swing at the ball firstly, but McDonald had an opportunity and just nipped away from him. Jackson again. DL. Tried to flick it round behind him. That's a good ball, and Sturrock was in the clear. He wasn't covered. Can they get the 1-2? They can't. Stevens slips and recovers. Kirkwood. Rangers hemmed in again. That's good possession play. Jackson is straight for that and does it neatly. McDonald. Now Cooper. Rangers on the break. That's a good ball. Hamish McAlpin, look where he is. And he does that well, doesn't he? He's way out of his goal, and here's Sturrock on the break. He's not offside. What an opportunity. And he can't do it. Amazing. Superb play by both goalkeepers. Now Milne. This looks good, and there we are. And that's a tale of two goalkeepers. First, that amazing run by Hamish McAlpin, playing almost like Beckenbauer at his best. And then that long ball pushed through there. Sturrock in the open. That's the kind he puts away so often. Brilliant save by Stewart. And eventually the danger averted. McDonald trying to wriggle his way in, and he does. There's Cooper. Turns and almost beats himself. Still has it. That's the right foot, which he's not terribly good at. And there is the half-time whistle. Scored at Hampden Park, nothing each, in a very absorbing game. These last 5 minutes in particular, very exciting. to my mind, has been United's have so far, and no doubt Rangers took a long time to recover from that knock that Derek Johnson took in going for that chance he had early on, heading towards Hamish McAlpin. United's play excellent after that, snuffing out Rangers in midfield. Sturrock always a danger, but Sturrock really should have put United ahead when he had that break just before half-time, with only Stewart to beat, and the Rangers goalkeeper doing excellently to keep the score at half-time, nothing each. United starting the second half, and I think they must be regretting the clear-cut chances that they missed in the first half, particularly Paul Sturrock. And I suppose in a game in which they largely dominated in that half, they must be perplexed that they couldn't put the ball in the net. It may affect them, you never can tell, and Rangers, of course, require vast improvement. That's a free kick. This is an interesting position. United good at these free kicks. And that's a low one down, and Stewart. There were going to be no second efforts at that because there were so many players coming bearing down on him. Smothered it very well. Vet was in a quiet match. DL. Oh, slack pass by Jim Bett. That's McDonald. Easily brushed away, and, well, no, unfortunately, he had possession. Free kick to Rangers. A lot of hands up there asking for the ball. Well, that's a really very poor free kick. Should be some angry players about that. That will go diagonally, and Milne has his feet. Jordan going across them. Great goal! 1-0 for Dundee United. 3 minutes of the second half gone, and that is so typically United. Rangers lying flat, a superb break, a brilliant ball through to Milne. He looked as if he might let fly with the right, turned to the left, and then swept it home. And that, as I say, is so very typical of how United can pierce a defence. Rangers stunned. Johnston. John McDonald. And they cannot break through. There is too much covering, too many players. And there's the man who used his speed and acceleration, quickest man in football, and he proved it there. I think Hegarty knew he was going to get the free kick there. Good header by Stevens, and Cooper gets the break. Rangers fanning out. DL going on the outside. That's a good-looking ball, and McAlpin was stretched to get it. McDonald slicing that high. Colin Jackson down and picked up beautifully by Billy Kirkwood, who's been marking Bet and really nullifying his effect in this game. Here's Russell. Brilliant ball by Russell. Bet has some room to work now. Gets a corner kick. Jackson is up, and an easy one eventually for McAlpin. Now Milne. On he goes, and Bet goes with him, and that's a great ball. Sturrock, Rangers wide open. Try to float it in again. Bannon. United in full stride now. The throttle is down. They're going at pace and with variety in the play. Bannon, that is free and loose. John McDonald unclear as to where to go there. It's Andy Jardine. That was a bad ball by McDonald. Not producing any effective runs. Rangers piecing it together. That. United push them across the field. Now Cooper. That is there, and over by DL when it looked easier to score. A good ball by Cooper, that effective one. Uncertainty in the defence. A good header by Derek Johnson, and DL, when you see it again, getting all underneath it. Picked up by Russell. Hasty, impetuous. And I'm sure Dundee United glad to see that kind of passing. McDonald turns brilliantly, but runs into bother. He's simply being outnumbered and a trifle greedy there. Holt is making the run in the middle as Sturrock turns in. He'll try and chip again, I'm sure. Oh, what a goal! No, offside. Offside is given. Oh dear. The linesman had his flag up well. That was a superbly struck ball by Sturrock. I mean, look at the way it went in. He turned the defence and he let fly. It almost took the stanchion away, but the linesman here had his flag up. Still only 1-0. Bet. Johnson turns well on it, fighting very hard for Rangers, Johnson. And he gets a touch. Stevens is with it. That's a great save. Rangers fighting back hard. And Derek Johnson, the inspiration for Rangers at the moment, getting that right back to Stevens. A hard shot. That's a very good save. Well, Gordon DL is being taken off. DL, who's looked quite sprightly in attack, actually. And Ian Redford is off. Jackson again getting his head well behind it. Cooper. Well, that's a good-looking ball. John McDonald running in. And he was certainly pulled right on the edge of the box. Cooper shaping to take this. I try and chip it in, and he does. He scored. Cooper equalises for Rangers with almost 16 minutes of the game remaining. And there is the Rangers support erupting. Well now, Davy Cooper possesses one of the best left foot in the business. And watch how accurately he put that to that vulnerable top corner. Russell. Certainly come on to a more effective game now. Bet giving support. Redford. That's a good ball by Redford. McDonald. Stevens. Bet. Around the outside, trapping it. This is McDonald. Derek Johnson turning, and that's a post. Russell. And Ben finishes that, and that was a great effort by Derek Johnson. Back to goal, and turning as expertly as even Paul Sturrock at the other end. And that coming right off the post, and Hamish McAlpin was totally deceived. I think he thought that that was going well past. This is the killer zone of a game, isn't it? 3 minutes left, 1-all. A goal now would really send the cup one way or the other. And that's a free kick to Rangers. Let me remind you, of course, the game goes to a finish today. If we have the score at the end of 90 minutes, we have extra time and then penalties. Cooper with it. Hegarty. There's Redford. Tries a chip, and it's there. Redford, a brilliant goal. To go, and an incredible goal by the substitute, Ian Redford. And look at this goal again. Redford, as cool as you like, everybody coming towards him, and up it went, chipped in that perfect trajectory, beating Hamish McAlpin, and Rangers 2-1 up. As we draw to the end of this game, we can reflect on how United played devastatingly in that first half without putting the ball in the net, and there is the final whistle. Rangers have won the League Cup for the 11th time, and there is a man who missed a penalty kick in the last minute of the Scottish Cup last season, who quite dramatically, with a quite superb chip, has taken the League Cup back to Ibrox. Ian Redford, the secretary of the Scottish League. And the ribbons already put on as Sandy Jardine, the victor. A quite dramatic ending.
Well, an ending that was stunning in both execution and timing. We'll have a look at some important elements of the game in just a moment. But can I say at the outset that if there was one quality that Rangers could say won them the match today, above all else, it was heart. Now, that sounds a bit of a cliche, I know, but I think it gets right to the root of what made Rangers tick eventually. They actually played with more meaning when they were a goal down, and they must have known themselves that they'd been given a runaround by United in the first half. It's astonishing to reflect now on the clear-cut superiority that the Dundee side had for a great proportion of the game, but never could translate it into a finishing that would have put them well ahead. And yet, it was not just hard graft that won the cup, but skill, as demonstrated by Cooper, and particularly the man who won it for Rangers with that one chip, Ian Redford, who no doubt will be able to talk back that goal in his sleep eventually.
Yeah, I think Davy Cooper took a free kick and he sent it in. The ball was actually going nowhere, and Paul Hegarty headed it out. And as I controlled the ball, I saw Hamish actually, just out of the corner of my eye, I saw Hamish coming off his line. And normally from there, you know, I would sort of look for somebody at the back post, but on this occasion, Hamish was off his line, so there was a gap there, and I just went for it. And luckily enough for me, it came off.
Not half it didn't, it won the jackpot. The sounds and the sights of the try must have been particularly pleasing to John Gregg, who's been under a bit of pressure this season. And then there was the agony of not knowing what to do when Derek Johnson went off with a bad cut.
Well, I had to make a decision, Archie. He had a very, very badly gashed eyebrow. He'll require about 7 or 8 stitches when we go back to Ibrox, but I had to decide whether to take the chance of getting him patched up in the dressing room by the club doctor, or throwing Ian Redford on right at the start.
Which would have disturbed you very badly.
It would have disturbed our pattern, because a lot of our play was based around Derek Johnston and Gordon Dale. I think it had a terribly unsettling effect on the rest of the players, because we just didn't get going at all in the first half.
Well, in fact, I give credit to Dundee United, because they kept possession a lot in midfield, created a lot of chances for themselves. They might even have won the game in the first half.
Well, this was a point. The players were looking over to see what my reaction was. We certainly weren't playing well. We were playing with 10 men. They were looking to see why I wasn't putting a substitute on. They didn't know how badly Derek was. The game could have run away from us while Derek was getting attention. I think at the end of the day it paid off. We kept plugging away. I'll tell you, I was a happy man to get to half-time, nothing, because we hadn't played.
You couldn't have been happy with the losing of that first goal. It was very well taken by Ralph Milne, but it was a great degree of latitude as well.
Well, we gave Ralph Milne on far too much room. The lad took the goal brilliantly.
And Milne has his feet. Jordan going across them. Great goal!
How often does Davy Cooper, take free kicks like that?
Well, Davy can do this, no problem. He's proved it 2 or 3 times. I've been encouraging him to have a go from the set pieces. Today it needed somebody like Davy Cooper with a flashy magic, especially from a set piece, to lift us, because our outfield play...